Hello students, I am Dr. Moushumi Pal, faculty member of Swami Vivekananda Institute of Modern Science. Today I am going to talk about Environment Protection Act of 1986. The act came into force on 19th November 1986. That is the birth anniversary of our late Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who was a pioneer of environmental protection issues in our country. Some of the definitions or some of the terms that is described in the act is as follows. First is the environment. Environment includes water, air and land and the interrelationships that exist among and between them and human beings, all other living organisms and property. Environmental pollution means the presence of any solid, liquid or gaseous substance present in such concentration as may be or tend to be injurious to environment. Hazardous substance means any substance or preparation which by its physicochemical properties or handling is liable to cause harm to human beings, other living organisms, property or environment. The most important functions of central government under this act include setting up of the standards of quality of air, water or soil for various areas and purposes. The maximum permissible limits of concentration of various environmental pollutants for different areas. The procedures and safeguards and the prohibition and restrictions on the handling of hazardous substances. The prohibition and restriction on the location of industries and to carry on process and operations in different areas. The procedures and safeguards for the prevention of accidents which may cause environmental pollution and providing for remedial measures for such accidents. Under the Environmental Protection Rules of 1986, the State Pollution Control Board have to follow the guidelines such as they have to advise the industries for treating the wastewater and gases with the best available technology to achieve the prescribed standards. The industries have to be encouraged for recycling and reusing the wastes. They have to encourage the industries for recovery of biogas, energy and reusable materials, while permitting the discharge of effluents and emissions into the environment. The state boards have to take into account the assimilative capacity of the receiving water body. The central and state boards have to emphasize on the implementation of clean technologies by the industries in order to increase fuel efficiency and reduce the generation of environmental pollutants. Under the Environment Protection Act 1986, the central government also made the Hazardous Waste Management and Handling Rules of 1989. Under these rules, it is the responsibility of the occupier to take all practical steps to ensure that such wastes are properly handled and disposed of without any adverse effects. The EPA Act 1986 has also made provision for environmental audit as a means of checking whether or not a company is complying with the environmental laws and regulations. Thus, ample provisions have been made in our country through law for improving the quality of our environment. In my another video, you can see in details about the environmental audit. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, comments my channel.